Because now I don't even have the wired one in. So you should be, yeah. Can you hear me now? Because I unplugged the wired headset, which really sucks. Because that's how I do playback. Shout out to the Beelzebubs. Beelzebuds. It's this group that I'm in with some really awesome ladies. Yeah. So you can hear me now? Sweet. Chicka, chicka, wow, wow. So we'll wait a couple minutes and let some more people come in, and I can take these off because they obviously don't matter. Not even a little bit. In fact, they'll only matter when I go to. If I had the microphone hooked up to the phone, I couldn't hear it unless I had the headphones in too, because it's just the way it works. It's freaking weird. So doing an experimental thing there with the now that we got that out of the way. Now that we got that up, um, yeah, I'm really not sure why it is that he's got to do that. It's like attention, like literally, he's not made a sound or come down here all day until like 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live. So, which sucks because like 3.5 minutes of this podcast, I've got a flag for, but so I can remember to edit it out. Um, so again, thank you for joining me. This is a recording of the next episode of my podcast. I thought it would be smart to do a live stream of that. Um, but now I'm thinking not so much. Yes, Spooky Bear. I hear you, baby. You need another bath, don't you? That's my dog. Um, Pookie Bear's my dog, for those of you who don't know. Richie. Oh, this is nice. Just the three of us. Ooh. For the audience that is not watching, Knackered. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. That's right. It is late over there. So I have friends, for those of you that are listening to the podcast version of this, and um, I'm discussing with them in the live stream right now. One of them is like 6 hours ahead of me, and that's Richie. Um, on YouTube, he goes by 007. And then the other one, I call him Papa Squatch, but you can find him on YouTube at Caucasian Sasquatch. Um, those are my boys. Those are my homies. I love those guys. I've known Richie longer than Papa Squatch, but both of those guys are some really cool, down to earth dudes that like I totally would probably have lost my ever loving mind over the last couple years were it not been for the wise words of these two guys on so many different occasions. Like I'm so blessed. That's the cool thing about having a YouTube channel and doing what I do. Um, because I get to like I pretty much get to make my own schedule and um I decide what content I create, publish and all that. That's the cool thing about being a creator. But then it also has like so many other downsides, like technical difficulties. And if you're working like I am or like they usually are, Solo Mio, dude, I just watched that movie like yesterday, Tropic Thunder. It's like I'm a dude pretending to be a mythical creature, pretending to be a dude. You're a mythical creature pretending to be a dude, pretending to be a mythical creature, pretending to be a dude, is what he is. I'm just a freaking alien hybrid pretending to be a mythical creature, pretending to be a human who wants to be a mythical creature and an alien hybrid. That's what I am. Well, I don't want to. I am an alien hybrid, so it's not that I want to be that. I am that. Um, They told us our whole lives we can be anything we want to be, and then when we decide to start being whatever we want to be, all of a sudden it's an issue. I don't even understand that. So, and then Devil is 70 says, "I'm a dude playing a dude who thinks he's another dude." I'm just some chick who thinks she's an alien hybrid playing a mythical creature. Like we're out there, guys. We really are. That's why I love those guys. They really they crack me up. There's been like some really dark times in my life, and I'll just be sitting around chatting with them, and they can cheer me up. They're really cool like that. They also have a really, especially Papa Squatch and Richie. Actually, Richie both. Richie's probably a little bit more stricter on me, where Sasquatch will probably just be like, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm sure that's not going to work out the way you want it to. And Richie would be like, look, Shug, this is what's going to happen. I foresee in this, but at the same time, they both have the best of intentions for me. I'm sure. I have no doubt. As I know they know that I do them for sure. They're like fan because I'm such an introvert. I have like, for example, the Beelzebuds is the group that I'm in because I only recently decided, you know what, I'm gonna start branching out and talking to other people, like actually communicating with other people. Yes, I think Papa Squatch is right. Who doesn't believe in dudes? These guys crack me up. So uh, I should probably tell the ladies, like, why are you not over here watching? This is really funny. And it's like, what's so funny? It's like you and your two homies laughing about Tropic Thunder jokes. It's because that's what we do. And we're happy. We're not out there mass shooting things and, you know, trying to swindle people out of their money. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're all trying to swindle other people out of money. It's capitalism, but we're trying to do it in the nicest way and provide a service at the same time. I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I love that. I love that. That cracks me up. So I had originally planned, guys, to discuss the whole jail thing because I was, I'm live recording this. So the next episode of the podcast was going to be about that, but I guess it's not. It's actually going to be about the channel, the Treehouse, and Papa Squatch because that's where it led. Oh, I do too. Do diversity and got a certificate. The dude definitely abides with both of these guys. I will say that I will definitely give both these guys the dudeth respecteth they deserveth because yeah, they're awesome. I wish I could be more like the dude, except like I'm a chick, so it's difficult for me to be like the dude. And the more I try to be like the dude, dudes around me start acting like chicks, and it's bizarre. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to deal with that at times. I mean, I'm really not. I changed my wallpaper yesterday, guys. These are the things that I do uh, when I'm live streaming and chilling with my homies. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Although some of my friends will be like, "She's a dude, dude. She's a dude. She's more of a dude than we are." Sometimes that's fact. I literally have caught myself being like, "You need a tampon, bro?" Because I got you. If y'all are, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the atmosphere and things that have happened. The whole pandemic. I don't know how that could make your balls turn into a vagina all of a sudden, but some dudes did that. And then some chicks let their ovaries drop straight out into ball sacks. Mine were already like that. Who, me? Who has patterned wallpaper? No, my microphone is right there. And then I've got stuff on the wall. But like those are just stickers. Um, who would that's terrible. That's ooh, wallpaper. People still do that too. Except like I'm artsy crafty. I'll take wallpaper and like stick it on a book and make a book cover or something like that. Yeah. I'm out of black lipstick either, almost out of black lipstick. So I was wearing dark blue today. I'm pretty bummed out about that. Yeah, look. Now we're discussing my mic. All right, there's stars and spaceships on your wallpaper. Why do I feel like that's like not true? No, his my mic is actually way cheaper than probably everybody else's we know. I'm probably have the cheapest mic. It's a it's not cheap to me either, by the way. Like $45 is not cheap. But I know y'all got those, especially y'all that got those Rode mics. I saw how much they be running sometimes. I'm jelly. Boo! Hey, what has blue pineapples? Your wallpaper, Sasquatch. You have wallpaper that has blue pineapples. What are you living in your grandma's house? I'm just saying. Don't forget to smash the like, guys. Do me a solid, smash the like. Because, the whole algorithm thing and science and nerdy stuff, blah, 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 blah. That's what we do. I just thought about that. Beelzebub. There's a Jane. Jane. I wonder if she's heard that song Jane said. Everybody's heard that song Jane Says by Jane's Addiction. That's like really one of my like favorite songs. I love that song for some reason. It always makes me super happy when I hear it. Really. Hmm. I don't do the wallpaper thing. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not very good with that. So since this was like not about Jill, but it's actually been about dudes and wallpaper and all the reasons why apparently you should not live stream when you're doing your podcast because it's never going to work out the way you want it to, unless you're Joe Rogan, I guess. I don't know. I stopped watching him basically after the Kanye thing. What are you in jail? Oh, it's not hard to decorate. You just need glue or something. Yeah. I was gonna say, all you need is a chick with some paint, and we can make that work. We can definitely make that work. Pineapple upside down. Why was that the safe word the other day? Why was somebody constantly saying that? Where in the heck did I keep hearing that? Every time they would say pineapple, I would say upside down. I don't even remember where I was when that happened. Yeah, no, so paint on it. Just paint on it. And then you won't get your deposit back. So yeah, that sucks. I'm going to save that clip right there and add on to it. What's Southport? It's a swingers. Yeah, yeah. My daughter's the one that told me that. Oh, oh. Well, what are flamingos about? Because there was something to do with flamingos too. Maybe the flamingos are for nudist colonies or something. Like, it's so weird to me that like swingers have been a thing, but yet there's like these constant things of infidelity. It's like you can't pick one, people. You can't low key be a swinger and then get mad over the infidelity. You know, I haven't seen that South Park episode. I'm gonna have to look into that for sure. Okay, I got it. That's that's all you had to say. I hate moving too. I'm in the middle of doing that right now, which is why my stuff is so chaotic. I was actually in the process of doing that when I went to jail, which means it's even more chaotic now because it's scattered in two different places. And some people are lacking in their communication skills at any capacity. Like it's just full on toddler stuff most of the time. I don't really mind that. It's the moving the boxes and moving my shit and not moving it all at once and unpacking it because I'm so like OCD about certain things. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like right now, all of my books are up there except my notebooks. My notebooks got to stay with me pretty much everywhere I go. There's some clothes that are I'm losing my mind over because they're not here. Stupid material shit. So I'm guessing that's my next lesson. Is like, oh yeah, it really, really sucks. Mm. I mean, I don't have so many boxes of stuff so much as I have bags, like different kind of tote bags, and for clothes. Because a lot of my furniture stuff is still here. So my clothes I've moved, and they were in bags that, like, for example, one of them is a Victoria's Secret pink bag from their pink collection. I like that fucking bag. I like that tote bag. It drives me nuts that I don't have it here because you never know. Somebody could go through my shit, take the bag, and yeah, that happens to me a lot. That's another reason why I'm a dick about certain things and like this is never going to change. Like, that's just the way I am. And for example, like something that is, which you would just, I think one would naturally assume that when you're in that situation, like I am in between places and you're moving, you would expect that one would not move in on top of you before you were fully moved out. You would expect that. We're humans. Not everybody thinks the same. So that's current situation. And then to make things even worse, instead of just telling Emma that is current said situation, we're making the entire thing even more awkward by pretending that's not what happened while I was in jail. And newsflash, just because him and I are broken up does not mean I'm interested in anybody. Really, especially if you know him. Like, really? I'm not even going to go into why the amount of reasons why that is so laughable. It's like, yeah, you got a car. Who bought you that car, dude? He did. Yeah, you got somewhere to stay. The basement that you moved in on top of me. Good night. Get some sleep, Shug. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the reason why I'm like really anal about stuff like my sentimental stuff. I have photo albums here. Um, I have two shirts that are actually kind of sentimental, and if I can't find either one of them, ooh, somebody's gonna get hurt bad, real bad. But it's okay. Um, because people don't until people go through certain things in life, they do not have a true understanding of what that's like, and it's only until the end that they can appreciate, what other people go through. Some people just don't acknowledge in empathy the way other people do. Like there's empaths and there's people that have a conscience and stuff, but they may not fully empathize or totally understand empathy with people until, well, no, because like an empath, we feel other people's emotions. Like we literally feel those emotions just like they do. So like it's hard for me to be a dick to people sometimes because I'll immediately go, now how would you feel if someone said that to you or did that to you? Da 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 da. Almost immediately. There's sometimes before it comes out of my mouth, part of me goes, "Don't do that, Emma, you're gonna regret it." And I'm like, "No, you know what? They need to hear it." 9 times out of 10, I regret opening my mouth and hurting someone's feelings. But if I do it, I'm sure that most of the time it's because I'm trying to get you to realize something and I don't know any other way to like get the message across. So I'll do it like that. But like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, you know, for example, um, well, any of my subscribers that have been watching me from the beginning know that I've clearly invested a lot of time, emotional energy into that whole thing, not really expecting anything out of it. Still don't expect anything out of it. Don't even care if, and even if you were to try to do something nice for me like that, I would reject it. I'd be like, it's a little late for that, don't you think? So M doesn't have a car. M hasn't had a car in several years. Not a big deal. But when you tell her that you're going to help her get a car, and then you turn around and you buy somebody else a car, someone that's not been in your life at all in any way like that, shape or form, emotionally available, friend to you, been through hell and back, picked up the phone at 1 a.m. to come save your stupid ass because you're stranded on the side of the road without gas, you know, and you buy them a car, and then your car starts fucking up and you're aggravated because you're stuck at the house and you can't go out and do anything. You should probably get your other car that dude's not finished paying for, if that's even the whole story. but don't sit there and take shit out on me, especially after that, because I'm definitely not the one. You want me to move out? Oh, well, had you done what you said, I'd have a car and all my shit would be moved out. And you wouldn't even see me right now. And I'd probably still come pick you up even if your car was fucked up. Dudes with the other car, you see him anywhere? Anywhere? And I'm sure he'd like, well, it's because you're here. Well, maybe he should have thought about that before he moved in, before I was totally moved out. And he keeps saying, his girl, when she got her own place, why is he not with her? Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, when you've scraped change together to buy food, to put gas in your car, and when we say change, bro, you're probably like me. You're talking about you've rolled up pennies, 50-cent rolls of pennies at a time in $20 increments. Yeah, it's embarrassing and it makes you reevaluate things and appreciate things a whole lot more. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the mic. Like all my ring lights, like I'm grateful. And a lot of those were bought for me. So that's another reason why I get fucking pissed when the shit gets broke. It's like, dude, I didn't even buy that. Not, and when something that has to do with my technical shit gets fucked up, oh, you will replace it like within a certain amount of time, or shit's gonna go all to hell around here. I'm talking about I will start destroying stuff. That's the reason why my shit don't get broken. So last thing that got broke was my light. Did you pick up? Did you do that? Yeah, exactly, exactly. People are like, why don't you get a job? Okay, first of all, I have to get an ID. I also have to get a social security card to get said ID. You have to have proofs of residence to get those things. Now, can I prove can I prove that I live here? To an extent, I get mail here still. I have belongings here. I have for 7 years. Apparently Buncombe County still feels that I'm trespassing. And you don't smoke grass either, do you? So I guess it's I'm like, bitch, you want to go get your bitch and that dog or not? If you don't need, I'm like, oh shit, you don't need gas? Come and get me for real. Because Lord knows I need a vacation. And I don't even have a bulldog. I have Maltese. She's adorable. And she doesn't bark. But she's a horse. She really likes dudes, like a lot, like a lot, a lot. She's really jelly belly over dudes. I just need to get some, not in another state, everywhere, everywhere. I live in Biltmore Park, and there's probably people getting their home like uh, taken by the bank. What is that? Foreclosed on. So people putting their homes up for sale left and right around here. I live in a basement, so I can, you know what I mean? I can't talk. Well, I live in a basement and I live in a room in a trailer a couple some odd miles from here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's hard. And then like when you do art, you don't want to take stuff um on consignment or anything like that or in payments because it's hard. You know, you just you don't know. And then another frustrating angle is to sit here and observe from the sidelines other uh, income making avenues and see potential for it to be profitable, but they don't want to listen to you because you're a female. I'm like, oh, okay. So let me see if I can understand this straight. So I'm a dumbass because I'm a female. I don't know what I'm talking about. Leave it to you guys who all have. How many drug charges do each of you have? What was that? Because you know what you're doing. Oh, okay. How many do you have, Emma? How many drug charges do you have? Oh, I don't have none. Because it's like it's not hard to not get caught. It's actually really not. Because the things that people do to get caught when they get, it's like you might as well have hung a neon sign from your freaking car, bro. They do profile. There's a certain stereotypical look. Follow it by the book. I'm sure it'll work out for you. But I digress. That's the reason why I was like, I'm putting all my eggs in this whole podcast channel and getting my life together basket. And so forgive me sometimes for just staring at y'all like you're morons because people are like, oh, well, it's just, it's not, it is not that easy. Like it would be if I started a GoFundMe and like tried to get crowdfunding for a room every single night. Can't afford that. Other people can't afford to keep me up because yeah, exactly. Exactly. And also like my freedom way too much. It's like, I don't want to do that, but then they catch me, I'm gonna go to jail. Like fuck that. Facts. But like I said, unless I did a GoFundMe, the there's a very real possibility that I could be homeless, like not have anywhere to go homeless. That's a very, and you still don't hear me running around whining and crying and being, oh, woe is me. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Yeah, it's really fucking scary. Thank God it's summer right now. Still a time sensitive issue. So, you know, still a time sensitive issue. So get the ID to get a job. Then you got to have somewhere to stay so you can shower, go back and forth to work. So, but if you don't, what are you going to do? You going to stay in the bathroom at your job? No, it doesn't work like that. It's set up for us to fail. People are like, oh, capitalism's great. I'm like, are you fucking serious? What? Do you know how many kids that go to public school starve? But yeah, we feed criminals, pedos, 3 square meals a day and give them a bed to sleep on. Like, at least you got somewhere to go. But it's like, I don't want that. I don't like having to get up and ask somebody else if I can go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I would, and I grew up in the mountains, so I can survive the winter if absolutely necessary. And the winters haven't been getting as harsh. So, like, it's basically like start saving up and get a tent and get a sleeping bag and start getting stuff like that because I would rather just be in the woods on my own than to have to worry about all of those things that I'm talking about, like where I'm going to eat, where I'm going to sleep. Is it safe? Am I going to be able to shower and do what I'm doing? And then to have to deal with other people's the potential of me being a collateral damage to other people's stupid shit. Like no, no, If living in a house with other people means I'm gonna have to put a lock on my bedroom door, no. Might as well just sleep outside and let them have a free for all anyways. It's like, "Oh, why don't you go back home with your parents?" Why would I do that? That's not fair to my parents. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's really not room. There wasn't room when there was 4 of us living in there. Now there's definitely not room, like, it's just not. So, yeah, that's the reality of things. Because if people think that I don't sit around and come up with ways to better the situation that I'm in and actively, like, pursue that, then they are fucking crazy. And I should probably just live stream my whole life all day, every day, 24/7, like, what's his name? The Truman Show. So people could actually see how much I do try actively to change the situation, like, literally on a daily basis, hourly basis, always doing things. Like, probably even in my sleep, doing things, running numbers, thinking about this, thinking about that. Yeah. And Asheville didn't used to be as city-like as they are now, but it has grown quite a bit, especially over the last decade. It's still a nice place to live. We're still not a big, big city. Asheville's not a big, big city, although it is popular because they built more houses. It's not a big, big, big city. It's not a, it's Charlotte's bigger than Asheville. I'm pretty sure population-wise, Charlotte's way bigger than Asheville. The crime rate is really not that bad here. The police department, the sheriff's department is understaffed though. Um, badly understaffed. Um, but the crime, like I said, the crime's not that. It's not the crime rate is not that high here, as far as I know. Because like I said, I don't watch the news that I don't watch the news at all anymore. I used to watch it every once in a while just to stay updated. I can't even tell you when the last time I watched the news was. Well, thank you, Nacho Mama. As I put like 20 pounds on over the last month and a half, so don't even look like the same person as like my other previous live streams and videos and stuff. And I'm trying to stay on the healthy side. I'm not gonna lie though, I like being small. It's easier to move around. My energy levels are a little bit higher than they have been lately, but balance. Yeah, that is always optimal. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't be able to live in weather that was that cold. Like I can't stand the cold. I can't really stand the heat, but I really, really don't like it when it's cold because I can't do anything. I just basically freeze. I'm like, give me a blanket, let me sit by the heater and just go away. Just go away. I'm gonna go into hibernation mode. Just go away. That's really how I feel. Plus, I smoke weed, and honestly, I literally am not gonna not smoke. It's for other people's safety, not mine. Like I need to smoke because I have anxiety. I get annoyed real quick, and it relaxes me. It helps me sleep at night when I'm real tired. So yeah, there's a reason why it has medicinal purposes. Is it for everyone? No. I've seen people that just can't handle it, and it makes them super paranoid by nature. It's just their chemical balance. It makes them. It does that. gears in my brain. They're just always going. I constantly am thinking about things, um, especially on YouTube, because there is a certain level of anonymity on YouTube to an extent. So you never really know, especially in chats, who you may be conversing with. Um, so yeah, so I just kind of like had a little space out moment reading the comments there. Um, yeah, when I was little, we used to have to wear layers during the winter because it would be so cold. Now you just need like a really heavy jacket and maybe a pair of thermal underwear underneath your clothes on the worst days. I don't even think it snowed this past winter. It didn't snow. I don't think it snowed at all. Yeah. I remember there used to be like major storms when I was a kid that would have like ice all over the um, roads, that buses would have to put like chains on their tires so they could get traction. Because I live up on a mountain, so the bus would have to go up like a 45-degree incline to get up to my driveway to let us off the bus. So yeah, we used to go uphill in the snow. Um, Facts. Oh yeah, in Atlanta, yeah, yeah. You may not even have to wear a damn sweater some winter days down there, like for real. And that's another thing that confuses me. It's like, how come that particular spot of the United States gets so blazing hot? Same thing with Texas in the summers and stuff like that. Even in the winters, they can still get pretty warm in certain areas. Like, but yet in space, where the sun is, it's fucking cold. But the heat is directed directly towards our planet. Like, yeah, just make it make sense, NASA. Make one fucking thing make sense, please. Damn. Have you guys been we see, like, it acted like it was gonna rain earlier and it never did. It got cloudy and now it's sunny again. Had a really pretty sunset the other night. It was really pretty. They sprayed chemtrails right before. So yeah, it was real pretty. Yeah, it's about to be storm season here too. In the dead of the summer here, we get um we get heat lightning, so it'll just get so hot that it'll just be lightning. Are you talking about the sun? I mean, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, because you're just floating out in the yeah, okay. Emma. I think I probably knew that in the back of my head. Like, I think somebody answered that question for us before it's us, and we're just like, oh yeah, thank you both. I was having one of those like, it like literally doesn't make any sense, man. Like, I having one of those moments in space. Yeah. So like right now, I'm getting a notification that says January 1st, 1970 to November 9th of 2022. Um, Uploading to my photos app. I'm not uploading to my photos app because I'm clearly live streaming and I'm not doing anything. So I don't know how, unless it's just the delay and the syncing of things. I don't know, but Google, give me a break. Google, just give me a bloody break, would you? For just a little while, like go bug somebody else about their data and their space issues. Because like I'm not forking over $1.99 for your Google One plan. I'm sorry. You guys got a monopoly on so much shit. Why are you still trying to extort all this for money? It's like, oh, it's only $1.99. That's cute because you know I'm a broke bitch. Still not falling for it. Google. making me mad because they listen to everything I say. People are like, paranoid much? No. Facts. Just the reality of the world we live in these days. Because I mean, I am on a terrorist watch list. I know. Just this comment is the bestest, funniest, truest comment of the night. This is basically the operation that we are all going on, and nobody seems to be concerned. And then what we pointed out, we're conspiracy theorists. Stuff. I'm like, yeah, well, at least I've accepted the truth, even though it sucks. Theorize that. And then get over it. I'm like, yeah, the government's run by reptilians. And when I said that in jail, the CO was like, you're one of those people? I'm like, yeah, I'm one of those people. This is a dickhead thing to say. And I could have easily reversed it to her. She's a very obvious lesbian. I could have been like, yeah, like you're one of those people. And then had a back and forth of those people kind of thing. Like, bitch, please. Because I wanted to watch the coronation. They were flipping through the channels one day. And I wanted to watch it. I was like, it's a big deal. Like, and y'all may think he's not our king, but he is. Well, we're just slaves. And we're at the bottom of the thing. Because we're in America. America is a whole ass company. So no matter what you do in America, even if you're homeless, you're working for the man. Somehow, some way, you're working for the man. Because the system is set up that way. Whether you're on the street begging for money for a place to stay, which if you don't and you end up getting trespassing charges, they'll lock you up. And then they pay the jail X amount of money per day per inmate to keep you. It's all about money. All about money. So yeah, even if you are homeless with a sign on the street, you still work for America, and America is owned by the British. No, you mean America's bloody owned by the English? Yeah. So they didn't escape? No, not really. I thought that's what the whole thing about coming to America was about. Yeah, but it's not. Take us to your leaders or whatever. Well, I mean, isn't that the same thing we do here? But then it's like, okay, the people that get voted in probably are not who the voters actually voted for. That's what I think. Right. So what if nobody voted? Like literally for anything at all. Just next election, just sit everything out. Everything. Everything. And other than auto elected official seats, see what happens. rich people's governors' mansions. Keys are jingling everywhere right now. They're freaking the fuck out. Maids are scrambling. Oh, it's bad. You know who I bet doesn't stress a lot over their bills, though? Sadly, porn stars. I've seen a couple interviews over the last couple of years with different ones, especially on No Jumper. Um, I love satire. It's necessary. It's needed comedy. It's needed. It really is. Um, just set it out the whole ass thing. Set it out, and then that way they can't when it by be like, well, does this mean yeah, you done? Your term is over, but nobody's coming to take my place. So they're not worried about it out there. Apparently, we're really not. We need a break, government, from your oppressive rules and your fucking stupid mentality governing over our bodies. But how no, yeah, would y'all do it? Would y'all let us do that to y'all? No. So I don't know why y'all trying to act like that. And they know that. The rules that they try to force on us, they don't abide by and they don't allow them to apply to them. And that's kind of how I used to live my life. Like, well, I know that's what the law says, but like, then there's what I'm gonna do. And that's how I've been. And they're like, okay, well, here's what we're gonna do when you do what you want to do, depending on the level of how crazy it is when you do what you want to do. I'm like, still, it's not even crazy shit that I've done, and you guys have still took me to jail for shit that I have not done multiple times now. You cannot give me that time back. Are you going to pay me for it? Because I'm going to charge y'all a nice chunk of money an hour, and then you got those hours add up to days. Yeah, my time is just as important and valuable as everybody else's. So I want that back, especially the extra jail time. It's one thing to do jail time for a crime that you admitted to or you will agree to admit to. But it's a whole nother thing for them to just give you extra ass time because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. You just did the human decent thing to do and kept your mouth shut, and then you got in more trouble for keeping your mouth shut. And I'm like, of all the things M's got in trouble for, never would I thought it was for keeping my mouth shut. All my life, all I've heard is your mouth's gonna get you in trouble one day. I'm like, but it was shut. It was shut. But shit happens. Yeah, that's what it's about. And people are just willing to comply because it's just easier to go along with shit. That's how, they prod cattle into forming a line. And it is uncomfortable as it is for those cattle to get into that line. They get herded into it enough, they fall in line. Unless you got a rogue cow, like with mad cow disease, it just goes and just takes off like I've never seen or heard of anything like that. But man, it'd be cool if it did. I'm about to look into that because it's interesting. And that's the kind of shit I sit around and think about. It's like, you think about cattle prods? No. Well, I think about ordering one, but not for cattle. And I think about capitalist government and their oppression. Yeah, I do think about stuff like that because I hate it. I hate the way the system's set up for people to fail, even people that have a lot of fucking potential. They just don't have the means because they didn't come over here and get to hook up in with our government, because they make it very fruitful and profitable and appealing for people to come over here and start a new life. Oh, they got that shit set up like, ooh, dangling it out in front of you, and the fish just, and then they get over here and they realize, oh, I was just caught. There's a whole bunch of dead fish just sitting over here now. That's America. That's the huge majority of middle class, lower class America, were the dead fish sitting there looking at all these foreign people coming over here like, shit's already fucked up over here. Why are y'all? We're trying to get it together. Can y'all give us a break a little bit? And then we got the government at the back door, like, no, man, just send them around back. We'll let them in. Send them around back. Tell the people at the front we're good. That we got it then. Yeah. And then we're like, how are they still getting in? It's kind of like that. And I don't even care, but it's like, if y'all want to come over here and see how fucked up we are, more power to you. But accept the things that are possibly going to happen or occur during your stay because of the volatile living situation that many of us are in. It angers us. It's like, we're trying to clean our house up and you guys just keep barging in. And then they don't want to let us into other countries, and you can't really blame them, because it's like, one of them will get in there, they might actually set up capitalism in other places. Look at Korea. That's like, you see what happens when you let one in? That's why they won't let white people come over there and film shit. And everybody over there is like happy and sad all at the same time. There probably is stuff growing in the crap on the roof of that thing if you look with a magnifying glass. Oh, I know. I know. Like, yeah. And then when you have to have documents for everything, document, like the social security number. It's weird. It's a weird system they have set up over here. It's very fickle and it's disturbing. But then again, there are people in way worse situations than I am. So, like, I'll sit here for a little while and I get like a little bummed out, get a little pissed off about it, rant and bitch about it. But then at the end of the day, like, there are people out there that have it way worse than I do. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But are we going to? Nope. Nope. Because it's not good for their pockets to start fixing shit and people start being, you know, human again, whatever that is. I think that might be something we need to address too. Like, come to terms with the fact that that species, the Homo sapien species, is probably on the cusp of turning into whatever we are now. Because I don't think we're all Homo sapien or whatever. Like, there's different ones. There's like the Neanderthal and the Denisovans, and the Homo sapiens. So, like, we're not. See, that is achievable though, but they are on that plan. That was Agenda 21. And then it extended to 30 because I guess they needed a couple extra years to work out the kinks. But based on what I'm seeing around us, knowing that that's 7 years out to the deadline, seems like their agenda might be going right along schedule as of the revised version of the schedule. Have any of you guys seen the channel called Age of Truth with with Lucas Alexander. Like he's had some really, really, really good guests over the last couple of years. They don't put out videos or do live streams like very often, but when they do, they're like, whoa. Like I would love to like do a live stream or like a restream sometime of the one that he did a couple years back with this dude named Mark Steele, and then he did one with Stephen Wybrow and Claire Edwards. I think it's their name. Is it Claire Edwards? I don't know. It's a year or so back on my thing, but all of them are really good guests, especially the Mark Steele dude. He's really uh, knowledgeable about the 5G technology before they rolled it out fully. He was on there and talked about it. That's the reason why I started wearing the blue light filter glasses. The amount of radiation that comes off these phones just from the blue light is damaging our eyes in a way that like it's evolving the our eyesight and it's deteriorating it like rapidly. So yeah, kids that are going to be on phones and devices early on, parents they make those glasses in kid sizes. Just might as well just go ahead and buy your kid a pair if you're gonna. I mean, it's probably easier to do that than it's going to be to regulate a device in their face. These kids these days basically got one coming out the womb. Might as well just drop a cell phone in their hand on the way out. Like, hey, here you go, call me. My granddaughter be doing that look. She's really good at it already. She's been really good at it for a while, and she just turned 3 in March. But yeah, she's very quiet and very observant, and every once in a while you'll literally catch her go without even turning her head, just be straight side eye, and you like it's on everything. But the glasses, let's see, where are my speaking of, where are my glasses? Um, here they are. I used to have multiple pairs, but during the move, a lot of them got stolen. Um, yeah. So there's a blue, and they're clear lenses. They're just like reading glasses, but without the strength of, they just filter light. So, and I honestly have an issue with one of my eyes with the blue light if I do not wear these. One of them it starts irritating it and it gets red because it's straining and having to focus more because I don't have my actual prescription glasses. Um, so yeah, the blue light is affecting us and it does matter. Oh yeah, you can tell that I grew up poor too, as far as that goes, because generationally, um, because I have literally almost zero tolerance for that phone at the dinner table shit. Uh, when we're having face to face conversations and like you just want to pick up your phone and say you're listening, and you are not listening to me. You're focused on your phone. Get that shit out of my face, or don't try to have a conversation with me while you're still on your phone. It's if it's something you wouldn't do in front of your parents, then don't do it with me. This is the operation I run on. Like this is for the older crew, not the younger people, because I know some of these younger people, y'all's parents be letting y'all get away with shit that like better be glad I ain't scrappy. No, because it'd be all built in, and their eye will already operate most things like it does. You just gotta know how to do it already. Why do they think they come up with the iPhone? Android has the same capability, just doesn't have the right copyright trademark shit. But if you know how to get into that stuff and unlock shit like that, if you're a super nerd, you can totally make an Android an iPhone. You can make an Android a Google Pixel. Maybe even make an iPhone an Android. I've never seen anybody do that though. Seen some of the other stuff, but never seen anybody take an iPhone and turn it into a Droid, or where it would show up for all intents and purposes as an Android phone. There's something in the technology that does differentiate the two for the most part as a standard that you can't really get around. But I have seen it done when it comes to making a droid look like an iPhone. Yeah, this is a really heavy, nerdy subject matter right now. So if you are just joining us, this is for the nerds. Welcome. We're talking about tech stuff, talking about changing uh, hardware, I guess is what it is. Yeah, I guess it is the hardware. Um, Bluetooth too. If people knew really what some of these Bluetooth devices were capable of doing, recording and stuff, we probably would have thought that a little bit, thought that through a little bit more. Even the headphones with the micro, like these that have the microphone on them. Okay, so the dude has a smart house, and Alexa was being a nosy bitch and reporting back to Amazon. I would love to see what their terms of things that would allow for that to even happen. Like, I know everybody automatically just scrolls to the bottom and just hits I agree, but I occasionally scroll and skim read through those contracts. So I would love to see what that one says, how they're going to try to justify that. And Bezos, are you serious right now, bro? Shouldn't you just be able to go into a board meeting and be like, yeah, go ahead and fix that, override it so the dude can go on with his life? He was having a private conversation in the privacy of his own home that we should not be listening to, nor should we happen to have to listen to it, be judging him, let alone punishing him for something he said in the privacy of his own home. This is going to be like a Minority Report. It's what's going to end up being like. You're going to get in trouble for shit you ain't even done yet. Like, I didn't even do it yet. I know I was thinking about it, but shit. Like, that's fucked up. That's all the way fucked up. I read a lot of good. I probably read like 10 or so books while I was in jail. Some of them really, really good. There's a book called The Last Magician. Super good book. And Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. Cannot remember who it was by, but that's the title of the book. Was one of my favorite of all the books that I read. It's a really good book. I'm not even going to tell you guys, go into detail that it's one of those where it's so worth reading. So, and then there was one called The Devil's Cut by J.R. Ward. It's about um, a family that's like an heir to a bourbon company. It's really good, but there's a lot of like murder mystery stuff in that too. It's really good. I read a book called The Patient. I read that book in 2 days. It was also really, really good. It's like a psychological thriller. I did some drawing because you get paper bags. You have paper bags when you're in jail. So like you have to have a little trash bag over by your bunk area, and I would doodle on them so they were like kind of like having decorative wallpaper. Because when you're in jail, you love to see anything other than the concrete walls and brown jumpsuits. Because in Buncombe County, you have to wear a brown jumpsuit. And the men wear the orange, I think. Not 100% sure on that because I'm not. I know. So it's like they're just punishing you just to fuck with you. Or is it a slow overtime grooming process to make us into the perfect human being? Because I think that's what you could interpret that as. Subliminally, subconsciously, maybe that's what the idea behind that was. It's like we're slowly forming their brains into knowing what's the right thing to do every single situation or whatever, so that they don't commit crime, so that they don't, get out of line. It's like the perfect submissive human being. So maybe that's what they're doing to us now. Like they're trying to create the perfect population of people or species. It's never going to happen because there's a yin and a yang. So there's a good and a bad. There's always going to be a good and bad. There's always going to have to be balance because of that. So like, I don't know what their end game is really. I don't know why a lot of villains get to that villain state. It's like, don't you guys think this through after a couple of days of stewing over your angry bullshit? Go, oh, this is why that won't work. Because trust me, I've thought about taking over the world. Every kid does. And then it occurs to them how much responsibility that's going to be, how many people are going to be dependent on you, and like, fuck, it's a lot of shit. And imagine taking over the world and then being an empath, like, oh, I did not sign up for this. I didn't mean to sign up for this. There's so many people. There's so many feelings. Oh my God. That'd be me. What are you doing? You're just like, it's car wash day or something. You would think that you would have cleaned the roof before now. You got all this, you have all these stickers on there and you just now cleaning the roof. Weird. You're a strange feller there, Papa Squatch. So I gotta go to in a minute. I don't want to leave everybody hanging. And then obviously I'm gonna cut it short because it is gonna be dark soon and I'm gonna have to get started walking. So oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. That's right. You're right. You did take it off. You did take that off today. You did say that. So I will have to do there'll be probably another episode of the podcast coming out shortly after this one where I do just pre-record the whole jail stint and all that, and then we can like maybe even come over on your channel and review it or some shit like that. Wait, Van Hoover. Wait. Oh, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Oh, it was. I'm sure it was. Sure it was. Very, very fulfilling. It's probably like exhilarating to get crap cleaned out from under there. I love the way I love his responses. So I'm just like, he's so funny. That's what I love about my subscribers. Like sometimes when I talk to people, they ask me about my channel. They're like, "Oh, how many subscribers you got?" I'm like, "Not a lot of subscribers. It's like less than 300, but we're gonna hit that milestone." I'm like, "But I literally have like earned my subscribers, and they're pretty loyal. Like they're pretty damn loyal subscribers because it's just consistently been growing. So like I like to feel like or think that if they're pretty solid and they must kind of, like co-sign to the content or at least, vibe with it enough to where they keep coming back. So that means we probably get along. We probably vibe at the same concerts every once in a while. What do you mean you barely crack double digits? Is what for like for what? Subscribers? Oh, I don't even I think I got my first 100 pretty quickly within, like, the first year of me starting the channel. Actually, I think within the first 7 or 8 months, I got to the 100, but, and that's how I started getting subscribers was from the different playlists that I have on my channel. Um, Izzy. Yeah, um, I mean, a lot of them are music playlists, but some of them, like, just have funny ass names that I've given 'em. I think that's another reason why. Yeah, how long have you had your channel too, Papa Squatch? I'm curious about that. How did you get that many so fast? But I know how you did. You're a totally different type of niche than, like, me. I don't know what kinda category or genre they would dub my content as. Random alien hybrid nonsense. You've only had your channel for a year and 6 months, Papa. JP, there he is. I was wondering if I was gonna get to see you. I'm a That sounds so bougie and pretentious. You take that back right now, Papa. I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm not a lifestyle vlogger. Oh my god. He's an allergy. Teaching me the way. No. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. He did get into the catnip, right? No, that was somebody else's cat yesterday ripped open. Was it? Yeah, that wasn't you. Somebody else's cat got into a catnip thing and, like, ripped it open, was, like, laid out on the floor and stuff like, I don't know what's in that catnip, but be fucking them cats up. Are you talking about me? Andy. Andy. How's it going, buddy? Um, I cannot believe he's having a lifestyle vlog. Lifestyle vlog. I don't even know how to feel about that, but I definitely feel some type of way about it. Like, for real. I love the picture that you posted of ATL, um, yesterday. That's awesome. Speaking of, wonder what he's doing. Why is he not come to I haven't seen him, I don't think, since I've been out, but maybe, like, once, and I didn't even see him. I just, um, you know, visually seen his name and didn't see him say it. Yeah, is he? Truth. Me too, most of the time, or I offend somebody almost every time. Bound to, bound to. I mean, it's me. And you gotta think at least 1 or 2 of your subs, mm, probably more with me, are people that you personally know that are trolling you secretly on the low and will never tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I really don't. All of those things are true. I don't have a really particular set. We're Well, the location is usually pretty consistent. I'm usually right here in front of this wall in the basement, but you know what I mean. She should give classes. Yeah, easy. Why are you not sharing your wealth of abuse knowledge? You dirty girl. Where and somebody the things that you will find people take will become extremely apparent if you are an artist or suddenly decide to explore the artist in you. Materials that you would not think people will take will go missing. Oh, there are conversations that me and my personal friends have had that the the general majority of the population would probably take high offense to. That's right. You are going live today. You did send me a link the other night in that live stream about that. Izzy knows how she's doing it, but we don't ever do things and tell like that. You have to give us your soul first, dear. Now, Izzy, I just downright don't believe that. I believe you're really the teacher disguised as the student, pretending to be a class clown, but really you're the teacher. So I gotta wonder who Shoot Shoot is or Chut Chut, whatever. Whose Lioness's YouTube channel? People be like plotting on one another's YouTube channels. That actually happens. Like, what I mean, okay. I think I am subscribed to her or whatever. He or she. I'm not sure. Those gender things. That's starting to get on my nerves too. The gender pronoun thing. Like, just stop it already. Because if you're going to do that, then everybody should be able to identify like literally what they want to say. Like if they ask me, I'm a unicorn, put it on there. I'm not playing. Don't call me he, she, whatever. I'm a unicorn. Those are my pronoun is uni. Whatever. Oh, and she has her own channel and she's trying to take over. Okay, now is this about a real lion or just a chick in that weird like cougar kind of thing? Is that okay? Emma, just let it go. Sometimes your blonde really shows, like straight up. It's very quiet Thursday out tonight. Mine are indifferent and I don't give a fuck. And also, zero fucks given. Not going to apologize for being me. Ever. Again, I don't expect other people to apologize for being who they are. They literally, nobody can help that. It's like literally not our fault. That's the one thing that's not our fucking fault is who or how we are. Like we can do things to modify that, tweak it, but like genetics is genetics, y'all. Then there's environmental factors, but still, like, fuck that. Like, don't ever apologize for being who you are. Like, no, unless you're a pedo. And if you're a pedo, then, well, I'm not going to do anything that's going to get this struck or whatever, but, you know, they know what they can do. They can take a long walk off a short pier. That's what they can do. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to pay taxes for them to sit in jail forever. For one, I don't want to feed them when I'd rather just set them ablaze. And it's an actual cat that just wants the attention of the she's a Muslim conservative. Does her husband know that she streams or that she does stuff on the internet and uploads it? I'm still very curious about that whole culture. I don't know a lot about it. But for example, things that get stolen from me a lot out of my art stuff are, of course, the used pens, markers, stuff like that. People don't actually take paint from me as much. Actually, I've never had anybody steal paint from me. Um, or canvases. My canvases are all up at the other place, and they're all good to go. And so is my paint. All that shit's straight. Um, tape goes missing a lot. Electrical tape gets taken from me a lot for whatever reason. Painter's tape will go missing. Um, little things that I use for like my cups. I use these little like those little bathroom cups to mix smaller amounts of paint in. Those will go missing a lot. I don't know what people are doing with those little cups, but they're not in my bathroom trash, so I don't know what you're doing with them. You taking them home, brushing your teeth with that stuff? I mean, I don't understand. Like, why? No, I know what's happening in the cups. It just annoys the fucking piss out of me. Um, like I had bought a whole new thing of coffee filters right before I got arrested. Get out, had no coffee filters. Dude, don't drink coffee. So what the fuck happened to my filters, bro? I'll figure out who it is eventually because none of the dudes that I know around here drink coffee. So I'll figure it out. Oh, wow. So she's Muslim, but she calls her kitten by a Russian name. Do they live in Russia? I find it interesting too that they're so caught up in um, our political stuff. I don't know who or what Lapeef is. I don't, or Kevin Samuels. I don't do political stuff. So you like clearly you'll see that's very apparent really quick when we start talking about certain aspects of it. Like I don't know political people unless they're like significant names, like big time people, um, or the relative to the state that I live in. Um, and it really just depends on what the topic of debate is as to whether or not my views are going to be conservative, liberal, whatever. So I don't identify like that either. It just, like I said, it just depends on what. Um, that's weird. You get blocked from chatting on in the lives and stuff because what you talk about politics or something. Are you still live in New York City? I've never been north. I live in the south. I've never been further north than Virginia. No further west than Tennessee, and not even to the middle of Tennessee. Not even that far west. Got got to where we went and where my mama's family's from, and was like, they too western. Let's dial it back. Let's go back. Let's go on back East Coast in the south. Yeah, they. When you grow up in the south in a small town, and you start trying to branch out into other cities where shit's big. Like I remember the first time I went to Atlanta. Oh my god, even being on the interstate going through Atlanta is a whole vibe. Okay, that'll work. That's fine. Um, I was just curious if you were still like lived over here or how that worked out. But it's pretty cool that, you family come all the way from Russia and then, you've moved so far. Like you've probably traveled way more places than I will my whole life. Same thing with my friend. His family come from India and he was born in Canada. Now he lives in North Carolina. So that's a huge thing for sure. And they lived in Canada for a while before he was born. I think it was when his younger brother, after his younger brother was born, that they moved down here from up there. Oh, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Probably still difficult to be in some areas, I could imagine. It's still difficult to be Muslim in America, I would say. But, totally understandable. Um, Wait a minute. I'm still a little bit confused because I don't know enough about you yet, Boa. So you're from Russia, but you're Muslim? I'm gonna have to look in her. I'm always curious about people's parents that have come over here and do business with the United States. Isn't it weird how algorithm can pick up on things like that, little things, subtle things? Um, you're Canadian? Hmm. Well, I think everybody knows I'm American because I sound American. It's very obvious. Um, which I'm not ashamed of that. Like I'm not ashamed of my accent or anything like that. I do sometimes try to be cautious of the um the twang that the southern accent can have at times because it sometimes mine can be really bad. But like other than that, like I'm not ashamed of my accent or the way I talk. I do feel like sometimes my voice is kind of manly. It's a little deep, but I mean, for a second I thought it said you were Croatian. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like one of my favorite characters on ER was. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't even know how to feel about those things either. And like, I'm gonna have to do more research on on the whole cultural thing of being a Muslim American. I just don't know enough about. I'm sure it is extremely difficult, especially if you live in certain areas, cities, or whatever. Well, it might be because people are so crazy about that particular ball cap. I'm not sure why, because it's just atrocious, if you ask me. And I think they need to let that man just be because, I mean, really, there are so many other elected officials from our past that done way more serious shit, and we just turned a blind eye to it. So, like, let him go. Just let it go. Just stop. Just stop. Stop picking on Grandpa Joe. Maybe let him go home, take some naps, and just be done with the presidential thing because fucking A. And religion, the religion tool that it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with them per se. I think it's good to have um, a faith based code or compass to go on or guide yourself with. You know what I mean? Um, but the extremes that different religious factions and they let their leaders take it to is why I got a huge problem with it for starters. But well, I'm trying not to get off on that tangent here. We call it Spaghetti Junction to Underground ATL. What? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't even think Biden is aware that he is in power. That's how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs he seems most days. Like, does he even remember that he's the president of a whole country? Like, he's got like duties and shit. I don't think he even knows that half the time, which is fucked up that we're just letting it go. Hell, the whole time Trump was in office, we didn't even have a director of the Department of Interior. That's a pretty big office to leave unattended for like 4 fucking years. Oh, that's true. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, the interstate down there? Yo, yeah, it's crazy. It's super crazy, and everybody's going super fast, and there's so many lanes, and it's just like, oh my God, it's heavy. Especially someone like me that has like major anxiety in the car. Yeah. I do know this much. Traveling, if I was having to go through Atlanta, I'd have to have a companion. Somebody else would have to drive that stretch of the trip. I would not be comfortable doing it. Probably wouldn't be comfortable driving in certain areas of Texas either because it's pretty big, pretty largely traffic. Uh, yeah, I'm used to navigating the interstate with 4 to 8 lanes, usually only having to cross, like four, and then there's a huge median, and then there's the other interchange. The way our system is set up, but both all the entire interstate system was set up by Eisenhower, so it's been in action and folding out for a while. What's the NSC? Why do I feel like I should know this drum? Jake Sullivan, chair of the NSC. He's the president of our country, of the country. Really? I'm over here like, let me get my Google on. Shit. Wait, what was this? National security. Okay, that makes sense. Um, what's her name? The blonde chick, right? Or are you saying under Obama? Well, it was a lady, wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't gonna say it because I was like, ah, don't come for me, girl. If it come down to it, though, I'd sock her right in the face straight up. If she ever had the balls to try to knuckle up on me, which she wouldn't, I'd be like, come on, girl. Oh, hmm, that's very interesting. But still, why nobody over the Department of Interior? And the Department of Interior governs our national park services, which is where people go missing. So basically, the whole time Trump was in office, there was no oversight for the whole department. Now there's one. Senator Deb Haaland is over the Department of Interior. Also very interesting. Yeah. Blinken is about the most robotic looking mofo I have ever laid eyes upon. Dr. Biden, as in Jill, because I was like, surely Joe's not a doctor. Emma, you should know these things. It's terrible. That's how far removed I am from politics. I'm telling you, I'm one of the least political people. In fact, if that usually when this subject comes up, when I'm in a group of friends or whatever, or I'm at a party somewhere and something like this comes up, you will immediately see me leave that. I'll go find some other people to mingle with, like, because people are, that's a sensitive subject matter. I can understand that. So I remove myself from it because I understand that sometimes my opinions about it are against the norm. I won't use the word because Papa Squatch had already told me that that's not a good thing. Oh, yeah. Again, though, that whole thing is just a distraction. So, like, think about it. This is a whole ass country that people are trying to run. And if they were really caught up in these fickle little arguments amongst themselves, like they try to portray they are on TV, would we successfully be sustained for as long as we have? No. No. The answer is no. It's because that is the shit show. The real stuff is going on behind the scenes with people that we never, ever lay eyes on, let alone get to know their freaking names around the dinner table. No. This country is run by people we never see that are secured 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Their own kids probably don't even know they're running the damn country. That's facts. America couldn't be doing the shit that they do government wise if that weren't the case. You can't just be putting people's faces out there and accusing them of doing this and that and the other, and this place not go straight to shit, especially with our access to weapons. Are you serious? No. They put those faces out there because that's who they want you to think is sitting in that chair or is doing those things and making those moves. And they publish it like it's that. But if you was to actually look at the documents, whose names actually signed it, those like you're talking about, then yeah, it's not who we're seeing on the TV, which it's for good reason. Like it makes it hard to assassinate the target if you don't know what the target looks like or who he or she is or where they even live or whatever. You know what I mean? Like for example, right now, without Googling it, some people probably have no idea who or what Deb Haaland looks like, let alone that she's a senator. Had I not said that, like you know what I mean? Like it, it just makes it hard. But then you got people that are out there with nothing to do. I think there's birds or something up there. And there's definitely some birds nesting over at the end of the thing. But they have nothing better to do than to sit around and be nosy and stir shit up. Exactly. Oh wait, hold on. Let me scroll back up because I missed something. Yeah, but okay. So then, what about the Russia thing? What is your opinion on that? It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Damn, it's already 8:30. Oh, I did start late today. See, I'm still adjusting to the light outside because when you're in jail, you don't have like, you know what I mean? You don't have sunlight coming in, so you don't know what time of day or night it is. It's not just about power, it's also about oil and protecting assets. Hey, Sam. Well, happy early birthday. Hold on just 1 second. I gotta see what that sound is. It sounds like someone striking a lighter repeatedly. Is he just doing a drive-by check-in? Truth be told, what's up, bro? Oh, God. Sorry about that. Oh my God, my knees. It's a freaking um it's a bird that keeps making that sound. That's really weird. Because I've never heard birds just go. That's the sound that it's making. Fucking weird. Freaking weird. I, can you guys actually hear me really good? Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that too, Bo. Like literally just 25 more people. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, earlier I was having some weird issue with my wired in headset. It kept trying to mute the mic and shit. It's fucking dumb. Well, I'm being loud right now too, but I'm sitting like a little more than an arm's distance away from it, and I don't have headphones in or anything like that. Or um, actually, I think I can get you those subs. Watch this. I'm gonna go get my ladies to come check you out. Wait, is she mean local like the Starbucks? Like, if I can get a free cake pop, y'all. See, I'm such a chubby bunny. Then when does Starbucks close? I'm about to tell them to come check you out, truth be told. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm already sub to you, but if not, I'm about to check on my other phone. That's funny because I think I'm like 24 or 25 away from breaking 300. If you go look, and it's what I'm pretty sure that I have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, but you never know with YouTube, so I gotta go check. Hold on, from 20K. Yeah, okay. Yeah. When he said, I was like, oh wait a minute. I think I know like just enough ladies that might be able to get you over the mark. So let me do that real quick. So yeah, ladies, if you could, that would be like so awesome. Are you kidding? Papa just told me that he's had his channel for a year and a half and he's got like 2,000 subs. I've had mine for like 4 years and I don't even have 300 yet. Yeah, it takes a while to grow your channel. Oh, I don't know that's that too. Um, not soon enough. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure okay. So let me check that. See, that's just a ridiculous amount of devices and tech stuff that I have to keep up with all the time. Oh, that's really fucked up. So his boss sends cops over to harass him? Send me the link too, because I wanna hear what's up with that. Yeah, that's like really, really weird. Now let me see if I'm so because I'm pretty sure I am. There's like I'm subscribed to like several auditors. That's the reason why I said that. Yeah, I wanna yeah, dude, send it. I'm like, oh, because I want to see this. Um, yeah, I am, and um, got my notifications set to off. So now let me send the ladies the link to make it quicker. Because I know Daisy. Uh, she has not quite reached that mark yet, and she's had her channel for a couple years. Um, yeah, I just got yeah, that would be cool to definitely see that. I just got out of jail a couple weeks ago, so that's where I've been. That's what originally I was going to talk about tonight, but then like my life and the way things go, I just ended up going off on a whole other tangent about all kinds of random stuff. So not sure how that podcast is going to turn out, but yeah. So I'm in the process of moving and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of shit. And then my daughter is also doing an even bigger move. She's moving from North Carolina to Texas. So That really sucks. Did you send me the link yet? I'm like dying. Are you not, Truth? Because I'm like, I want to see what's up with this dude's channel. Like, help me, hurry. I think I'm gonna have to make some more coffee too, because I've got a lot of shit to do still, and it's getting late. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. See, Boa, you. This was like I was like feeling the coffee hard. And he posted out, looked up, I was like, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. I need to make some coffee. Yeah, I really want to see that. I do the same thing. Oh no, I drink my coffee hot most of the time nowadays, regardless of the season. That's right. Where are my glasses at? I was just talking about that earlier and then proceeded to take the glasses off and not use them. That name, I'm just like, of course it's gonna be something like that. Is he in upstate New York? That's funny because I'm live streaming still, and we're actually talking about a channel, and it's a dude that's like exposing shady car dealerships. So that is super weird. When I looked down, I was like, oh crap, is she at the car lot? Trying to find the key box in which car he wants. Bless it. I'm glad she's okay. Um, and she's gonna subscribe when she gets home because she's at work and she doesn't use YouTube, so she has to actually sign in. Um, Let me open this up real quick. Oh, that's I just went into a different messenger and opened a Truth Be Told's account, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's not the right link. That's his account." Durr. Do you know what's funny though? I know, got me live streaming and doing research all at the same time. Like, what? Why did I do that? I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I probably could like send them the link to my channel. I like what in the crap? I'm so see. Sometimes I will get myself confused. Most recent upload. I think I've subbed to him too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It took me a minute. I was like, what does she mean us? I was so confused. Um, and I'm gonna get the link too because I just realized I didn't even share the link to my channel. So I'm like, how are they gonna watch it? Because they don't know. I'm such a dork, you guys. Oh, I'm about to do that right now. Look, M's live. That channel is called, for people that are listening while or not watching, it's Buffalo Car Haggler. I'm subbed. Subscribed. Yeah, I'm in this group. I love it because there's just not enough women supporting other women these days. So it's really cool when you get to be part of a group with a lot of supporting ladies. It's really cool. Oh, the video's gone? That sucks. Tell them it's a package deal. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. Why? That's so weird. Let me get back over here so I can get in this and see what's up. Okay, got it. That's pretty cool that he's doing that though. Not what Bo was talking about, what Sasquatch was talking about, what Bo was talking about. What did she do? Who's Jessica? Forgive me if I should know. Please understand that I don't know everybody's like actual name. So this whole thread for the last 2 or 3 minutes is totally UPS or FedEx vibes. Like it's a package deal, just accept it. Now we just need the tracking number so we can keep up with it. Take the package, man. Get the porch pirates set up ready. I don't know. See, I don't follow those kind of channels. I'm guessing. Who's DJ Delay? Like I'm being dead ass. Bitch, you're pretty. What are you talking about? Like, really? That was adorable though. By the way, I think it's fair to and only right of me to say that like without reading the names, I'm reading parts of this conversation in my live stream because I'm answering it while I'm voice recording. So yeah, let me get you guys that link so you can check it out. Shit. Let me go find my channel, get my link. Whoops, wrong way. Okay. Why is this happening? Okay, here we go. Share. There we go. Federal prison's nothing I've heard. I mean, it's not a bit, wait. She does women's prison content? Like, elaborate, please, Papa. What's her name again? Jessica Kent. Why do I feel like I've like literally watched her before? Oh, and his wife does content about, okay, okay. Oh, I can't. I'm not gonna make a whole thing out of my jail stand. We're gonna talk about it and then we're gonna move on. That actually sounds like it might be a good book. I will warn you, ladies, there are just a bunch of dudes in the chat right now. So, I mean, so yeah, I'm live streaming. There's just a bunch of dudes in my chat. It would be super greatly appreciated if y'all wanted to come over and hang out. That would be awesome. I just not thought about it. Nothing against you guys. Y'all know I love you. I'm just saying, trying to get the ladies to come out of their shell a little bit more. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that obviously when I get done live streaming because I'm live streaming. But yeah, that's gonna happen because I am curious about it, but, like, damn. See what I mean, though? Like, that much. Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do, was ask him about inside there's no party. What about your laptop? That's a weird entrance to make too, by the way. Hi, Andrew. Oh, I'm sorry, Roxana. I'm sorry you had a bad day. I'm sorry you had a bad day, dear. Yeah. Just don't drop the soap. Okay, so Andrew, you just come in like abruptly, holler out my laptop, and then go, "Nice night tonight." What is going on with you, sir? I'm so confused. Okay. Oh no. Okay, now I'm good. Yay! More I see. I told people. I keep telling my friends, my male friends. Some of my male friends are having trouble accepting the fact that they may be autistic, and I keep telling them that there's a huge chance that they probably are on the spectrum somewhere because statistically, people with autism tend to hang out with other people that have autism. Facts, y'all. Okay. Wait. Okay. So have I been into the adult beverages, recreational pharmaceuticals already? Me? Not the adult beverages, unless you're talking about coffee. Don't do pharmaceuticals because, well, they're manufactured by pharmaceutical companies, which are oversight seen by the government, which does not have our best interests at heart. So yeah, I know it's he's saying that he just runs in here like crazy, and then just I hope he didn't leave. I'm like, did you really just run up in here and say my laptop last night and then dip? Like, Andrew, stop, come back, let's talk. It has been a long Thursday. It feels like it's just been dragging out. Like, you know what I mean? Ditto, 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 ditto. He did, didn't he? Like, what just happened? Like, oh, it is very quiet and it is nice outside here too. So, like, but what about his laptop? I'm like, what happened, bro? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I don't understand why, like, I think it's just a stereotype a lot of my male friends have around here, anyways. Like, as soon as I say that to them, they immediately turn around and go, I'm not the R word. And I'm like, okay, yeah, might be, dum dum. It got really quiet though just now. Like silence. Even crickets and everything that were chirping outside, everything just stopped. Weird. Let me close the blinds too, real quick. One more time. Let me get up, guys. Okay. Oh yeah. And it's what you just subconsciously tune out. Like, you know what I mean? Here, look at my little sticker from my water bottle. Oh wow. Is it old? Is it got a lot of stuff on it that's slowing it down? Your laptop? What kind of laptop is it? Just curious. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Oh wow, this is the longest one I've probably did. I just now realized how long it's been going. And we've just been really talking about random stuff, what Papa's got going on. Truth be told, is like 23 subs away from breaking 20K. So we're trying to get him over that. Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that, Boa. Um, I love the woods. I like being out in the woods. I've always been that way because I grew up in the mountains in North Carolina. The Blue Ridge Parkway, the Great Smoky Mountains is my home. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, that was weird. Whatever it was. Beep, beep. I still, and see, I still got to do stuff like this. I still edit. I still move stuff. Like I constantly am busy doing stuff. So when people are like, God, Emma, you don't have anything, you just like don't do anything with your life. I'm like, I'm doing shit with my life. It's just a process that I'm going through right now, like a stage of events have occurred and now I'm having to go through them to the best of my abilities. So I'm like, if you can't vibe with that, then I don't know what to tell you. There's a door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord spit you. Because I promise you, I won't be losing no sleep over it because I'm trying to do different shit. So it's like if you ain't adding to me, then you're subtracting from me, and I'm gonna subtract you from my life. Oh, that sounds so freaking cool. A cabin in the woods. It really does, like legit. I would love to have a cabin. Really. Really good. I ate all my one Oreos. I had mega stuffed Oreos. Now I just got the lemons. Why? I'm a cookie monster. That's why. That's it in a nutshell. So I think what I'm going to do, since it's literally 2 minutes, give or take, I've been 2.5 hours, and there's just like three of y'all and one of me, and I've been on for that long, and I haven't went to PP, and I haven't ate dinner, and it's still very bizarrely quiet outside, almost like there's some kind of force field around the house. I kind of want to go out there and investigate it now that it's dark because I love going outside at night. Yeah, and we'll wrap this up. Then I can go and do a little bit of watching the other dude's channel that Papa Squatch was talking about. And then we can talk some more in the next couple of days because I'm going to edit what I do have recorded and then maybe even use some. You're doing it after dark? Because I love doing that stuff. So that means I got time to take a potty break and all that. I'm trying to think if I've seen Stargate or not. I feel like I have. Isn't that the one with Lawrence Fishburne in it? No? That's Event Horizon. That was trippy. Mm. I live right across from the lake. I always had a beautiful view my whole childhood growing up. And now they're building like this. There's a whole like business park in front of it, uh, apartment complex at the entrance that didn't used to be there now. It's bullshit. Papa, it's Emma. It's like I have 4 devices. They have multiple clipboards on them. Yeah. So it's like trying to find your same one link is like finding a needle in a haystack. Hold on, that may not necessarily be true. Because I do have one phone that did have 2 different StreamYard things pop up earlier. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there's a whole nother phone too. That's how you're a dork and you've got way too much time on your hands. Um, yeah, you can send it to the text message. Dude, it took me forever. I almost lost access to all my StreamYard stuff that I had done. For like 2 or 3 days, I could not even get into that account and look at any of my other live streams. It's Thursday though. What color are you gonna paint them? Creepy. Aw. Somebody's like, "Hey, what is this? I just joined YouTube." I'm so sorry. That sucks. What a fucking dig bag. Dudes are so shitty like that sometimes. Sorry, guys. I gotta be there for the gals. I got us a new subscriber, maybe. I don't know. Thank you, Boa. Have I made him a mod yet? I need to look and see. That really does suck about your date. I'm live streaming. I'm about to finish up, but you're more than welcome to come and chat and see if that'll cheer you up. I have some pretty cool friends on YouTube. Well, some of them are cool. No, I'm just kidding. We're just a bunch of unique people, really. It's pretty cool. One of them, for example, goes by the name Caucasian Sasquatch. He's actually pretty handsome, but he's married. So, but he's in the live chat. And then Boa and who else is in here with us tonight? Still Hard Rock 99. Truth be told, audits. Andrew may not be with us anymore. I think he was coming in and out because of his laptop. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. Exactly. Let's see. This should work. Is this still turned up? It might have been because I wasn't near my microphone. So let me know if you heard that, and then I'll repeat what I said. I forgot my mic was still plugged into this phone. But if you just joined, how did you notice that I had stopped uploading for a month? It's okay. We forgive you. Well, I will forgive you. I'm not responsible for how my subbies respond. Um, we went to jail. We're criminals. We're just a lowly band of criminals here. I'm just kidding. I did though. Okay, that's what it was. It was because I was sitting far away from my mic. I forgot that I had plugged my microphone into this phone because this phone that I'm talking to you guys on is actually the same one that I record my podcast on. Um, it's really complicated. And hold on, ladies. In short form, uh, it was for trespassing. But in long form, it's like, how is she trespassing? She lives there. She can actually prove that she lives there. It's very obvious that she lives there. So, like, it's complex. It's pretty brave, too. But how did you notice that I haven't been uploading for a month if you just now joined YouTube? This is a very simple question. Are you crazy? Do I look I mean, I know I look crazy and sometimes I sound extremely crazy depending on when and where you enter a live chat. I could sound extremely neurotic and batshit crazy. But if you're crazy, for one, it does matter whether or not. But yeah, thank you, Bobo. It's like it matters. Yeah. And why? Why are you asking if I'm married? Like, I don't even we can't even see your face. Yeah, because I can do crazy all day long. In fact, most of the time I can one up most people's crazy. Um, I'd rather not be challenged to that, but they're protective. I would be careful if I were you because they are protective over me. So I'm just saying. And I appreciate that. I have mad respect for these guys. So yeah. And they, we all appreciate honesty so much. Like there's no shame in whatever it is in your past. Oh, so vague. Um, Emma, don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Just why? But why? Why ask me if I'm married? I'm curious. Like mandatory? Should I recognize this person? Wait a minute. Like, were you just one of those people that just low key stalk my live streams or something? He's something else, ain't he? Mandatory is. But I personally haven't went and watched anything of his. All I've seen is okay, I must have missed that whole thing. My phone just did the okay, my phone is just doing some weird stuff right now. I don't know. Um, but I've only seen him like when he's been in like live chats or when he's been on Sam's. I think he's been on panel with Sam. I don't think I've actually seen him with Papa Squatch. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think I have, and interacted with the two of them at the same time. I don't think so. And then I know that I know he does have a weird, darker, um, snarkier sense of humor sometimes that, like, I have too, that people just sometimes don't get, and that's the reason why some people just think I'm a bitch, and I'm cool with that. I'm like, "If you that's cool. It's deterrent and it keeps you away from me, that's awesome." Boy. But, wait, lioness, is that cat? What happened? Oh, wait, so you were gone for the last month too? I'm so confused. I feel like everybody knows who this is, and I'm the only one that doesn't or something, or I'm just, like, missing something, I don't know. Oh, yeah, proceeded. He was like, "I'm gonna cut this off because it's 2.5 hours," proceeds to talk for another 15 minutes because you went to yeah. Yeah, the Punjabi, yeah. Is that what she calls, papa? Or that's what she calls mandatory? Because the audacity. He doesn't deserve to be called that name. Okay? Like, I know several felons, so, you know, it's not a big deal. I will, Boa. That's why I do what I do here. For one, it keeps me sane, keeps me busy, keeps me from trying to explore other avenues that are not, um, fruitful and will only end me up in worse jail bids, so oh, I'm slow, dudes. I'm slow. So who what do you mean you can tell? Because I don't know who the hell you are based on your name? I get that. I get all that. I get that, Papa. Now I'm back up there to Hard Rock because he thinks he's cute. And he's like, I was like, I'm slow. I can tell. Well, you're even slower. Do you realize how much chat has went by since you said something last? So you still didn't answer my question either. Why did you ask me if I was married? Why does it matter? Or why do you want to know? Who's asking? Who sent you? The answer is no. And do I ever want to be? No, probably not. I'm extra enough. Then I got to get a partner that's probably going to be as extra, if not more than I am. I seriously do not feel like signing up for that. No, thank you. I love that the dog's name is Moose. Okay, you do that. and I'll be there soon. Because, like I said, I did say that, and I do mean that. And so if it goes to 3 hours, I'm literally just going to shut it off. If I don't look like what? But it doesn't have anything to do. Like your answers are so random and like literally not going with the program right now. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like what? I mean, I'm slow and I still have configured the situation back up and got it back on track, and you still aren't even on the track completely. If I don't look like, here's a thought: put the twisted tea down and text with both of them. Why did you ask me if I was married? Why does it matter? That's such a random thing to ask somebody right out the gate. Hey, are you married? Why? And here's the thing, in this equation, I know that I don't owe you child support because we don't have kids. That's what I was saying. I was like, this is a very simple answer, Hard Rock. I guess this is why the cafe shut down, huh? Didn't finish a lot of paperwork, stuff not getting sent in, not picking up phone calls, not getting those faxes, opening those emails. The question was, sir, Bueller, Bueller, anyone? So you're asking because you just got a divorce. This is exactly why I'm not married. Most of the men in divorce. Plus, like, why am I going to get married to someone that I know won't leave their damn phone unlocked in front of anyone, let alone their significant other? Why would I want to sign up for that? In another relationship right after you just got divorced? Why'd you get divorced? How long were you married? How old was you when you first got married? Because by societal standards, the person that I should have married, because they knocked me up when I was younger, they didn't marry me, but they married two whole ass people after me that they probably shouldn't have. Definitely regret at least one, if not both of those marriages. I'm sure he does. I know what it is though. Um, that's weird. I'm sorry that I remind you of her. I guess if it's difficult, if she put you through a lot of shit or whatever. I'm sorry. How long? Like I said, how long have you been divorced? And it's probably honestly, if she's like me, then it's probably better that you guys divorce. Oh, you've only been divorced for 2 weeks, or you were only married for 2 weeks, and you got divorced because you guys just knew that you weren't going to be together. or because one of y'all left your phone open on accident and got busted. This is the whole thing to me, though, which is so funny to me about those situations where it's like the whole last time y'all are preparing for the wedding. You know what? Just based on my interaction with you alone today and your responses, I almost guarantee you that she's not hard to deal with. You just don't understand her and or you're not paying attention because you're probably on your phone. You strike me as one of those dudes. That's like it wouldn't even be hard to make things work with your significant other. Like I'm really not a hard person to get along with. Literally not at all. I'm not high maintenance. I compromise on damn near everything. Like I'm not hard to get along with. But the things that I'm like anal about or whatever, okay, they're important. It's not like I don't have a valid reason for being the way I am. And I'm not to try to sound any more snooty or pretentious than I probably do to you. Um, it has a little bit to do with an intelligence level or common sense sometimes. And just and sometimes people just being downright lazy and it aggravates the crap out of me. I'm old school and I grew up poor. So I have a fucking certain way of operating. And a lot of it is based on respect and honesty and a mutual respect and honesty. And those are really reasonable things to expect in a relationship, period. Friendship, marriage, relationship shit doesn't matter. That shit does matter. Respect and honesty. So if you couldn't make it work with her, you should think about what I just said and reevaluate how you reflected that in the relationship. And then when you go and try to get in another one, you know, there you go. I don't even know what that's like. I can't imagine. It's probably extremely difficult to grow up like in Detroit, period. I don't care where you had, what, it's got to be stressful. It's a big city. So it's also up north. I don't really know anything about the north other than it's cold. Michigan is cold. Detroit is really can be a savage fucking town. I know I used to see it on the first 48 a lot. That's how I'm familiar with what I am familiar of it with. So, and if you're in the middle to lower class part of that, then yeah, it's really hard. And I'm sure that schools up there are even worse off than they are probably down here in the South in a smaller city. So education is probably not that great either. Yeah, I'm literally when I started figuring up what my parents made as minimum wage and raised me and my sister on, and then had to and started thinking of what bills were and how much those were a week and a month when I started being able to do that as a kid. Of course, it obviously was something I probably shouldn't have done, but I was smart enough to know how to do it, and I did it. And it would cause me stress. I was stressed because I knew my parents were going to be stressed because I knew the same thing they knew. So yeah, yeah. And if you're being unfaithful, then why even get married to begin with? Why take all the steps and stuff to go down that road when you're obviously unsure about the status of that relationship anyways, or you wouldn't be seeking stuff outside of it. Oh, that's what it is. Your standards are higher than her. I don't really. really? Wow. I do too. Pop, do you see me? I'm trying to like figure out how to respond, but remember what I said about the time? So Lorenzo is actually not going to take it from here. I am. I'm going to shut this down. We're all going to move somewhere else. Hard Rock, you're not invited. You'll be lucky if you're invited here again or you get to come past the door next time. That's what I'm saying. Boa, you have a really good night. I'm sorry that we had to end this way with such a rude guest. They don't even understand the words coming out of my mouth. But, anyways, check you later. We're going to go watch a movie together. And you sit there and sulk in your whatever it is you're trying to exude over this chat. But I'm shutting it down. Okay. So, bye bye.